So outdoor kitchens and barbecues, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the different options that you have. We can go as simple as, just an island for you to grill on, or a full-blown outdoor kitchen. We're going to talk about different options and different pricing. So outdoor barbecues, you could build a single structure 6-foot island for, $4,500 to $6,500. That's going to be your basic finishes, your grill. All the way up to $100,000+ on a custom, barbecue island. It all depends on what materials you choose, what appliances you choose. I mean, it can get just as expensive as your indoor kitchen based on what overall layout you have and what appliances you choose for the structure. So some of your cost drivers are going to be your overall structure size, what your requirements are, whether you want just an island to sit out and sit down and eat, or you want something that you're going to be cooking like you're on Master Chef. So those are going to be your biggest cost drivers. And then the overall structure itself, everything we build is all block built. We don't do any wood frame or metal studs. We do custom block masonry structures. So your good, better, best options on your barbecue, your good option is going to be your block built structure with a stucco facing single grill, 4 foot of countertop space with a travertine counter. Your better option is going to be a block structure. Maybe you add a side burner or a sink. You got some stone on the sides with a porcelain countertop. And your best option is going to be your full-blown custom outdoor kitchen, where you got a pizza oven, barbecue, side burner, sink, refrigerator, kegerator for those guys that want to go out there and have a backyard party, with some stone facing on the outside structure with a granite countertop, things like that. I mean, the sky's the limit. You can get as crazy or as basic as you want with your structure. It's kind of personalized to you and what you're going to use. Some people are going to use an outdoor wok with a green egg or a smoker, and some people are just going to go out there and grill on, a Wednesday night when they want to cook some chicken for the family. So it all depends on what you are going to utilize and what you're going to use out in your outdoor space. So your install process is going to be basically, we're going to figure out your layout. We're going to lay out the structure. We got to do footings, may include running gas lines, electrical lines, just depending on what you're going to go with. A lot of people are going with, a pellet smoker now. So you basically just have a gas, or not a gas, but an electric requirement. So we kind of lay that out with you, determine where the structure is going to go. If you have an existing yard, there may be some demo work that needs to be done. But most people are installing these in a new landscape. So there's not a huge amount of prep work that has to be done, but we are going to do footings and things like that. So it just depends on if it's a retrofit or a new install. So your outdoor kitchen might be one thing. Most people don't realize that you can do a pizza oven, we can do an ice maker, we could do an outdoor refrigerator. Those options are going to be, determined based on what, type and brand of appliances you pick. You can add a refrigerator that's meant for outside for $1,200 to $1,500. You can do a pizza oven. You can do a basic one for a few $100s, or you could do an extravagant ones for tens of thousands of dollars. I would say the sweet spot on a pizza oven in our, installs that we've done is going to be the $8,000 to $10,000 range. We can also do a smoker that's built in. We can do a griddle. A lot of people are really spending time outside now and utilizing that outdoor grilling space. So the sky's the limit. Again, we can do TVs that come out of the counter. You're gonna be talking $5,000 to $10,000 to do something like that. Or we can do just a basic grill with just a grill and just a countertop. And you're looking at $4,500 for something like that. So again, the sky's the limit. We can custom build anything that you want, depending on how big your space is. And we can put it together a custom design based on your needs and wants and sit down and go over that with you at the house. Or you can click the link, see some different pricing, look at our online pricing tool, get a range that, something that you're looking for might be in. And then if you want to have us come out and take a look at the space and design a custom barbecue for you, we have that option available as well. So most builds for an outdoor kitchen can be done in 1 to 2 weeks, depending on what materials and that kind of thing. We could even do it sooner if it's just a grill island with a grill and just a small structure. If it's a full-blown custom feature and we're doing custom countertops, or we're getting in pizza ovens that come from Italy, it may take longer. It all depends on what's available and what the overall design and layout is, plus what we have to work in. Again, some of those things that are gonna add to your time factor are logistical things. A lot of the stuff that we're bringing in for your outdoor living space is heavy, so we are gonna need that access. If not, it does take a little bit longer to get those things moved into the backyard. But we can complete most outdoor kitchens within a month. So your warranty is gonna depend on the appliances that you choose. Every manufacturer has their own warranty. Most of the companies that we buy from give you a lifetime warranty on the burners and things like that. I've not had any issues where they haven't warranted stuff, even when the homeowner forgot to shut off the burner and it caught on fire. But we do give you that 2-year warranty on the structure and the overall space of the outdoor kitchen. But the actual warranties of the products are gonna depend on which products that you choose for your outdoor kitchen. But they're gonna be the best in the industry standards. So your island is gonna be pretty low maintenance. You are gonna have to maintain the appliances just like you would inside the home. You're gonna wanna clean things like your grease tray and things like that. And most of the grills that we get, you can get a cover for over top of the grill. You're gonna wanna make sure you keep them clean and washed off. Most of the items that we're gonna install are gonna be stainless. So they're pretty low maintenance, but you are gonna have to clean those with some glass cleaner every once in a while, and then keep those burners clean. But overall, the structure itself, depending on what you choose, if you go with the stone, you're not really gonna have to do much. If you do a stucco, you may have to touch up paint and things like that throughout the years, but most of that structure is gonna be pretty low maintenance. So being that an outdoor kitchen is a pretty significant investment in your home, a lot of people choose to finance those, and the rates could vary anywhere from 6 to 12%. It all depends. I know that there's some cheaper options if you want to tie things into the home and stuff like that, but I do know that we do have an option available. I think it's around 6 to 7%. That is an unsecured option that you can use for anything outside for your home, or any upgrades for your home, and I think they'll go up to $100,000 or $200,000 for that. But that is a great option for you. Most people can make more money in the stock market, so paying that 6.5 to 7%, for interest is better than putting out all of your money up front. And it stretches your dollars, so you're not having to put all that money out up front. So next steps are gonna be to kind of sit down with your significant other and figure out what you guys want. Or if it's just you, kind of figure out what you're gonna utilize and what you're gonna want and what your needs are. And then use our online estimating tool to kind of get a rough idea where you're at. Then we can schedule an on-site consultation and build your custom design, and then put together pricing for you.